We left off at the penguin one or whatever.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
How did we get here?
This is on. Is it on?
I thought we were in Trumbull. What happened, Rob?
We must have. Where did we end up?
I don't know.
How did we
get here?
What?
What happened?
Wow, it feels like just yesterday we were in Trumbull.
And now we're here.
Now
in
we're
New Jersey.
In Hoboken.
How did we get to? No, we're not in Hoboken.
We're in Hoboken.
We're not in Hoboken.
Is that how you
I
pronounce
think this is the best interview we've ever done. You and me. Do you remember our last interview?
Alex, how did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
Do you remember the last time when we were in a basement?
Wait.
We were in a creepy basement, you and I.
This isn't where we were.
What happened?
How did we get here?
I don't.
Alex, how did we get
The
here?
last thing I remember, we were in Broderick's basement.
And it was raining.
And it was just like a little
It
damp.
was drizzling.
It wasn't like a lot damp.
I couldn't hear it from inside.
No, I couldn't hear it from outside either.
And then out of nowhere, someone came down and said, "We need to have an emergency meeting."
It was like when your parents came down and said, we need to have a talk.
Yes, we knew something was amiss.
I remember this vividly.
And then what happened?
I just claimed I don't remember anything.
What happened will change the history of MovieFest forever.
Forever.
Documentary.
MovieFest Northwest 2021. Welcome to the future.
Please describe what happened.
Happened during the last MovieFest.
Oh man, what happened during that? It's hard to remember.
So,
it's tough. Leadership falls upon the Chief Justice heavily.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. It probably was my fault.
we were having an interview.
Yes,
It was like this one.
exactly like this.
And then somebody came down to say something.
They said something about the weather.
Like that there might be a weather problem.
Yeah, whether or not we would continue MovieFest.
And did we?
We did not.
We did not.
You know, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. It matters who we blame.
And then it was exactly 4.5 drops of rain.
And a whole lot of rain.
And everything is blamed on Tom Broderick.
And to that end, we blame Mr. Tom Broderick for making the consensus decision, frankly. Like, I didn't want to be trapped at his house for a day, but how dare he cancel MovieFest
I think we should go back in time.
Oh, you want to go and describe the...
Yes, if we take ourselves back
Okay, so... Yeah, that's fine.
to August.
August 19th, Claremont, California. This is where the road to MovieFest 21 begins.
Begin with Tropical Storm Henri.
Storm front coming.
At least 40 million in the danger zone. The eye coming ashore this afternoon at the border of Connecticut and Rhode Island.
Let's fucking go.
The storm is now heading northwest.
11 a.m., the day after MovieFest Eve.
So here I am at a Quick Trip Park or Quick Park.
We're here at the, I don't know if you can see it, the Best Buy off of Northern Boulevard.
QUIC Park.
Because apparently I don't own a USB stick in my entire house.
Parking structure at LAX International Airport in the middle of the global pandemic.
Don't worry guys, I'm sure it'll be super cheap.
Why, you may ask, am I a Quick Park at LAX in the middle of the global pandemic? The answer is MovieFest 21.
What do you think about MovieFest?
Alright, we're on the city bike. It is 6 p.m. headed towards Brooklyn for the last time. Here's the city bike for you. And why I mean the last time? I mean the last time ever. Not just to see a she bar. I will never go to Brooklyn again, so let's enjoy this little 6.5 miles, shall we?
Hey, Mabe, what do you think about MovieFest?
So I know some of you all at home might be wondering why I'm flying across the country overnight.
These are action shots of me on city bike.
I spent 24 straight hours doing an activity watching movies that I don't even enjoy?
Oh shit, a car's coming. I'm freaking out, man.
And the answer is, I really love my friends a lot.
Let me tell you, this is not convenient at all.
I miss them and I'm excited to see them and spend time with them.
I'm very worried for my health and safety right now.
Because MovieFest is turning 21.
But here are the action shots.
I really want to buy that beautiful Festa drink.
Woo!
Alright, we've landed in Bradley International Airport, doing the traditional best way to start off a great movie fest, which is the red eye on which you don't sleep.
So we just arrived at Tom Koenig's home. You can see I have a bag in the back seat.
That's good. Always be prepared.
We've got to have bags. They hold objects, and now we're off to get Eric Weiss.
Gonna chill Rob.
What are you doing? The fuck?
What?
You hold it like this. You hold it like this. What? What the fuck? How'd you never use your fucking camera? You hold it like this. See? Like, that's how you do it.
I don't drive.
Look, now you're taking this shitty. Why is the video so shitty?
Oh, because my phone's like 8 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Koenigs, you ready?
I'm ready, man. MovieFest.
Yeah, now you can get you. This is how you don't fucking hold it an inch from your face.
Got on the phone with my boy Ned Lamont. Told us we have a little bit of an emergency situation, but they're calling federal aid in to make sure that MovieFest goes on. Thanks,
God.
Ned.
A week. I've been an amateur meteorologist, and Susan says I may need a psychologist pretty soon.
We're gearing up. I'm wearing a mask because I got a little bit of a cold.
I'm not.
We're on our way to MovieFest. Got whiskey in the back. We're ready to drink. We're ready to have fun. This is how you do it.
I feel like normally MovieFest is always on like the nicest day we've had for weeks. And then it's brutal. At least now we don't have to worry about that at all.
Yeah. Exciting
Gear
times.
Up. Gear up. Gear up.
And then I got it.
MovieFest comes of age this year. MovieFest has turned 21, and as a honorary thing to do, I'm gonna drink a little bit of alcohol every hour on the hour.
It's still like 9
You're
a.m.
up. Every single time. Did you see the tomatoes?
Yeah, they're pretty.
Did you look at the tomatoes?
Yeah.
They got tomatoes.
You're a tomato.
Yeah. MovieFest has turned 21.
In the house.
As an honorary tradition. We're at Tom Broderick's house in Trumbull, Connecticut. They have a fantastic breakfast plaza,
That's where you just were at?
and we're gonna meet. What's her name?
We're gonna meet, what's her name? Tootsie the dog?
Yeah, Tootsie.
Here we are.
There we are. I set her free.
No. You said it free.
I set her free.
Remember, she's the right she-bar.
I'm breaking
Yeah, that's true.
He's so desperate for footage.
He's signing the book.
He is signing
Koenigs
this
wrote
book.
this book.
He wrote this.
You wrote this book this year.
I bought this on Amazon.
You bought this because you're a good
I
friend.
bought my friend on Amazon. Though. It's like an actual place.
You can buy a real book.
12
Tom
years together,
Koenigs.
and you too can write a book.
Show me the book.
You can't read that.
For Dutcher, the only one who will actually read it.
Let me see your name. Hold on, I want to see your like name. No, not that name. Like, wow, that's pretty good.
Janae joins us live now from Springfield, Massachusetts. Janae, power outages are certainly beginning to mount, and it seems that flash flooding is also a major concern at this point.
And Lindsay, this is the rain. It's been coming down on and off all afternoon, up to 2 inches an hour in some areas, and with wind gusts over 45 miles per hour. And this storm far from over. More than an additional 6 inches of rain or more possible over the next 24 hours as this storm continues to move through.
How do I feel? What? Ask that again. Ask that again. Say it to my face. How do I feel?
How do you feel that Dutcher made the decision to just start MovieFest without you?
Dutcher's an asshole.
You want your voice to go?
Into the murder nook.
If I'm drinking all day, I'm gonna fall down the stairs.
All right, here you take.
Oh, my gym.
Take the camera so I can be in this thing.
It's not going to be creepy to come down here at all in the middle of the night.
Hurricane.
Last MovieFest, I thought I was going to record my confessional booth in the murder nook, and Joanne was fast asleep, and I set up, and I felt like a profound sense of darkness and loneliness, and I ended up filming upstairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MovieFest 2021, the confession booth.
Woo!
about the right level of enthusiasm. This year, we're gonna do something a little different. As you know, last year I put together a whole retrospective of 20 years of MovieFest, which was really wonderful. And one of my favorite clips of watching it all was from year 13, when our good friends Elliot Dutcher and Tom Broderick did their interview together.
Dutcher keeps copying whatever I'm wearing, so he's gay.
Look at the style. I thought I created a nice
Cute.
vibe.
It's cute.
And so this evening, for this movie fest, for the first time, we will be doing dual confession. I have you all paired off, myself and Rob.
Good zoom.
Tom Koenigs and Eric Weiss. And of course, once again, making their triumphant return. I actually have it here.
Rob and
Tom and Elliot. Yeah, Rob is a little different. Is you will be doing 2 sets of interviews. One in the first half of MovieFest, the second in the second half of MovieFest. So as you see here, there's one that says second half and one that says first half. Please only open the correct envelope.
What's really great about this is how there are exactly 6 group members.
Mr. Dutcher has a question.
Why did this have to be stoppage time, though?
We got a movie
I mean, we got a movie going.
Yeah, it's real nice. You guys are...
Still got it, baby.
Still got it.
Still got it. Would I see like a little?
Oh yeah, now it's recording.
Seems too close.
No, it's good.
Right, so you're there, sitting naturally. I guess. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Right of the. Oh, I see. Oh, they mix them up. Ah, that's cute.
Is that your first one? No, the second half.
What?
That's second half.
Yep.
They need first half.
Oh wait, no, they don't. You just
half,
called
no, yeah.
both of you Tom. Oh
Yes,
no, Tom
but Elliot.
Koenigs.
Tom K.
You're Tom. He's Tom K.
Hey, yeah, so I'm the real Tom.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck Kane.
That's
Does
rough.
that-
This is Alex and Rob coming at you. First half of MovieFest.
So okay.
I assume you have to read it.
Oh my God. All right.
Doing it right, doing it tight. Please read everything on this paper out loud.
If you just read that out loud, then you are in the right place.
If you just read that out loud, then you are in the right place.
You are on
Right.
fire.
On fire.
Good job, Rob. You did well.
Like I said, the read in the wrong.
Doesn't miss a beat. That's not on the paper.
Man can work 9 jobs,
Not on the
still can
paper.
type out beautiful shit.
Rob and Alex,
Tom Koenigs and Zach Van Scowen.
Tom and Elliot.
are you ready to go on a wild adventure of self-discovery recorded on camera for all time?
Tom, are you ready to go on a wild adventure of self-discovery?
I don't have the sheet in front of me. Do I have to go get
Recorded
the
on
sheet?
camera for all time? Because lucky enough,
You've got a buddy to go along with you. Please look at your buddy now and say hello.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
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 These are the questions for the first half of MovieFest.
Later, you'll come back sometime in the second half and answer more questions.
are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I feel like it's a question we should answer.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's too late.
Let's do it, Zach.
I feel like, are you really ready?
Now I'm ready.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Introduce each other. Say a fun fact about your partner.
Do you want to go first?
All right. This is Mr. Tom. Just Tom. Tom. No one refers to him by any other moniker.
Let's introduce each other by saying a fun fact about our partner. Wait, who's our partner?
I think you and I are partners.
This is my good friend Rob Amatruda, and when he was a boy, he competed on Guts, the Nickelodeon show, but he did not win. So no piece of the aggro crag for Rob. But
Yep.
he did good. He
very
came in
true.
close, yeah.
Yep.
So that's-
You know the movie is playing right now. During your that doesn't seem like a problem.
A fun fact about Tom Broderick, he, while being a school teacher, won't have to teach until at least probably October as the storm wipes out our countryside.
Fun fact about Tom. Tom is a professor of English cooking.
This is Elliot Dutcher.
Yep.
A fun fact is that it's cute that he thinks he won't be trapped in Trumbull for those 21
Yeah.
days when we can't leave.
And a fun fact about Zach is he is the only person who has more hair than me in the group.
Trapped, huh? You're gonna get called from the train station. Oh, the trains aren't running.
This is my good friend Alex Shivar. He is a... I feel like I know no actual facts about you. Alex,
Yeah.
when he was a boy, he actually spent a very short amount of time training penguins at the Mystic Aquarium. So while he was training the penguins, he actually realized, and it's sort of funny, that certain types of penguins have a type of mucus on their exterior that he was allergic to. So while he wanted to be a penguin trainer, what the fuck
Are you in the middle of our interview? What the fuck is the matter with you?
When we got the update that there might be 8 inches of rain here, that's going to obliterate the town. I actually tried to check if we have water, which we don't.
We have like a
This is
thousand.
hurricane.
This is more important. This is more important.
We literally have
How
like
dare you ruin
preserves and
the
water
confession.
and Gatorade. What are you talking about? There's
I'm not
tons
sure.
of
I wasn't
Gatorade.
sure we have enough.
There's tons of Gatorade.
We got elderflower.
Who do we
What else do you need?
The fuck? Go fill more
Jesus.
buckets.
Get the fuck out. Go
We're
fill a bucket.
We're in the thing.
No! Oh,
I have more people
it's a
coming
private
down.
confessional.
We're literally
What's
doing
the matter with you?
Stop talking for a second.
Holy shit.
Save all your lives.
Alright, well, we got
some
a lot
Gatorades.
of, a lot of stuff in the
This is awful.
pantry.
We can live for
We
a
can
while.
survive for a while. Water would be a problem.
You got Bailey's.
You got the
Drink
gas
out of a
stove
shoe.
at least to boil the
Drink
water.
Bailey's out of a shoe.
Drink Bailey's out of
Bailey's out of a shoe.
It will go bad if we use beer.
Wow.
Alright.
That was
This
just
is
something.
embarrassing.
Hey, you guys keep doing your confession.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for your permission. Thank you.
We'll try to keep
I
you
absolutely
alive.
needed it. Those two.
So the penguins. So friend is friend, and there's 6 letters in that word and 6 friends. But something has happened. We should go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're this way. This way. We're going. What happened? Yeah, what happened? Why do what?
Because it's over.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can Scout tell us why we need that water so we know what to do with it?
Elliot, what are we watching next?
Alright, here are your options. As determined by Professor Thomas Koenig and myself. You can do Rad, or you can do Tammy plus the T-Rex.
Tammy plus the T-Rex.
Elliot, I told you, I'm backing you. Whatever you want.
We've narrowed it down. Sounds like somebody wants Rad.
Hi guys, I'm coming at you at Tom Broderick's house in Trumbull. One of the aspects of this year that's going to be really important is drinking. So we're going to make sure that we're drinking a little bit every hour throughout the fest. How was last year's
Digital Movie Fest for you.
Well, what was it for you?
I actually was shocked by how much, this is a genuine answer, I was shocked by how much I loved it and how connected I felt. And it was a bizarrely fun experience.
Well, for me, I spent the entire time running. So it was fun, it was eventful, it was busy, but I didn't really get the one-on-one, the interactive experience of being together, so I missed that.
Not that I ever want to do it again, but it actually worked.
That's a good point, but what matters is your role.
What about you?
And for me, I ran for 24 miles. 24 miles? That would have been a good joke if I could have pulled it out.
Much like this year, I was waiting for the invite link for a really long time. I don't know. What about you, Tom? How did you feel about digital?
Asked the question and then answered it. That's exactly the kind of loving, caring, unselfish partner I've been assigned.
Digital Movie Fest for me was really nice, but very lonely. My wife was in London, and so it was just me and my dog.
It was weird as fuck and horrible. And didn't it all feel like Movie Fest?
It was great. You know what? I had really low expectations for Digital Movie Fest, and through the incredible dedication of Elliot Dutcher, I think he really put together a great fest.
Yeah, if I can speak for Koenigs for a moment, I think last year went off without a hitch. Damn it. But this year's Movie Fest is the disaster we all hoped that last year's would be. And I think that's kind of satisfying to a lot of people who have been really waiting for things to hit the wall.
My point would be that my baseline expectations for this were that it's going to be the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
It really was a kind of, a light in a dark time in the pandemic and all.
I was amazed it went without a hitch. I will point out that months afterwards, we tried to watch one movie, which was Wonder Woman 1984, and literally could not make it work. 30 seconds in, it crashed for everybody. So for some reason, the Movie Fest gods, praise be unto them, blessed us with 24 hours of digital streaming that worked perfectly. So there were no hiccups.
It was weirdly better than I thought.
Okay. It was better than the worst thing ever.
Yes.
But I missed you, Rob.
And I missed you.
I missed your antics.
And I missed your exuberant personality and cheerfulness.
It's nice. I did not miss Broderick.
No, Broderick's always
Broderick
typical.
really fucking sucks.
Let's do it again next year.
Okay.
You can be wrong about that.
Joanne, which movie are you most looking forward to seeing?
I don't care. My couch is
You don't
booked.
care? Oh, that's all you care about is just the couch.
Go
Wow.
upstairs and watch
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice, and I'm gonna have a really good day.
How you feeling, Rob?
Oh, I'm doing great. How you feeling, baby?
We're like 20, 30 minutes into MovieFest.
Oh, is that it?
That's it, buddy.
It seems like it's been longer.
How do you feel about being in person again?
It's the 21st year of MovieFest. And to hearken this anniversary, I'm having a little bit of
The highlight.
They just threw a Chappelle Show reference in there.
I'm having a little here now. Here now.
Bye, buddy.
I kind of want to walk to my seat, so I was waiting for your filming to be done.
Do you wanna
And now you're in the film.
And yeah, then you turned around and filmed me,
Do you
so I'm
wanna-
still out of politeness. Just
Can I
waiting.
keep Dutcher here for the rest of the movie?
Waiting.
Just like,
yeah.
it's good.
Shipyard. Are you excited to be back at
Your physical MovieFest.
the hell are you?
Am I fucking ever?
What a pointless question.
Yes, I'm very excited to be back in physical MovieFest. I get to sit on a couch with everybody. I get to be infected by Rob's cold.
What I felt was lacking, especially last year, was the ability to catch one of Rob's children's diseases
Oh, that's
via him. So I mean, I think like I'm excited to be back and get whatever cold Rob has to start the school year.
Can't do that digitally. Can't get a computer virus. Is that it? That wasn't a good joke.
Yeah, it's a
That
terrible
was
joke.
a bad
That's
joke.
not even funny at all.
Over virtual, we really had a good sense of the visual and the oral, but not the tactile. And now that we're all back in person together, I really just I can really touch MovieFest.
No, what did you actually say?
Crown pizza. Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's where you're from, right? Crown Plaza?
Crown pizza.
Crown Heights?
I live in Crown
New York.
Pizza.
You're gonna live there forever, right?
Yeah.
You're never gonna move.
Never leaving Brooklyn.
You're gonna stay in Brooklyn
That's
forever
it.
because you're a Brooklyn guy.
Because I'm a Brooklyn guy.
You never
I'm real.
moved
I got a lot of pride for Brooklyn, and I'll never ever
You
leave.
never leave. You said it.
What do you think?
Doing MovieFest in Trumbull.
And we're here at Broderick's house, which is lovely.
A lot of people don't know this. Trumbull is actually the best place in Connecticut.
We were going to do this interview in a lovely office upstairs.
Yes.
And then we were banished to this prison basement. And so if we don't make it out of this one alive, again, Broderick's fault.
I think the great part is that there was never any drama or discussion about it. Let's edit this out.
Rumble and Trumbull.
The rumble and trumble here, y'all.
And I handled it gracefully. Let's edit all of this out.
We used to do it at my mom's house, and then we did it in a movie theater, and then digitally, and now it looks like this might be it for the foreseeable future right here.
Trumbull is a town in Connecticut, and it is known for its breakfast plaza. They actually...
That's it.
Trumbull is a vibrant community that combines New England charm and character with an extensive array of retail, commercial, and manufacturing activities.
I'm really enjoying the Connecticut suburban vibe we got going tonight. What I like most about tonight is the real like Connecticut suburb vibe.
They have the most breakfast restaurants per capita in any town in Connecticut.
I would say any town in the world.
Honestly, I don't know if any of these facts are true, but in any town in the world, Trumbull, Connecticut, the most breakfast restaurants per capita, per square mile in the country, in the world.
To me, the best part of doing MovieFest in Trumbull is being able to unnecessarily go down to New York City the night before to sit in the backyard and drink. Couldn't have had that experience anywhere else
It
in the
made
world.
sense at the time.
Want to check in. I've got a bit of a cold. And we're just getting ready for MovieFest, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, Weiss, back in America, where you belong. I assume you're never going back to Canada now.
Yeah, you think wrong.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
I've gotten a lot of really nice compliments on my teeth,
Well, you know that on our journey here, Weiss was giving me bullshit where he was like, we went into Walmart and Weiss was like, America, as if Canada doesn't have fucking big box stores. Weiss has lost his damn mind.
Rob, it's the day after MovieFest Eve.
Yes,
we're all gathered.
MovieFest Eve.
We're all gathered together at Shebar's house. Are you excited for this year's MovieFest?
I am excited. I'm losing my voice though. I have a bit of a cold.
But that's like a good thing, right?
I think
who wants to hear you?
I'm excited to see my friends.
Oh, that really? Not the movies.
I'm excited to watch some movies.
Oh, which one? You know what? Actually, that's the question I'm asking everybody. Which movie are you most excited to see?
I'm really actually excited to see Pig. But,
oh, God fucking damn it!
Nobody wants pubs around here. It's just a terrible investment.
What was going to be your signature dish?
Liver Scotch eggs with a honey curry mustard.
All right, cool. Which movie are you most looking forward to?
My movie.
Your movie. Do you know the name of your movie?
Gallery of Broken Hearts.
I think that is correct. Yeah, something like that. Good job.
Yeah, it's going to be a cute rom-com because all MovieFest normally is just an endless series of death and despair.
Yeah.
And now I'm even talking about the movies.
I mean, would you want this man to be your spiritual guide?
No, maybe my TV guide.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Mr. Weiss.
Hello.
Which movie are you most looking forward to?
I have no idea what's on the list.
All right.
Genuinely excited for Pig.
Oh, God damn it. Don't just say Pig and break my heart some more.
Yellow.
Oh, yeah, that's the correct answer. Blue Meanies. So,
First beer.
So, Mr. Shebar, which film are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to a film called Psycho Gourmet.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
what
to
a surprise.
For 8-9 months of this.
You didn't tell me that previously.
No, I've
this
never
is
told you
all
this.
new
This is
information.
Totally new information.
Damn.
And I'm very excited to watch it.
Did you sleep okay? I'm sorry we didn't bring any pornos.
Petty displays of wealth. How can your short lifespans allow such narcissism?
Yeah, but look at all the hunky boys.
I do not care for hunky boys. Or do I?
Psycho Gourmet.
Shemaine, which movie are you most looking forward to?
Oh, I'm most looking forward to the one I'm not watching.
That's all of them. You're gonna have a great fest then. Unlike us.
I will be sleeping and eating and relaxing. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, we won't. Okay. Bink.
I'm just really excited to spend some quality time with my friends.
I would like to propose a toast, though. Oh, no, you've got it.
This is our holy text, Seacock by the Sea, page 139.
What verse?
It says page. As I told the story, as I elaborated on these feelings, I was struck by the possibility that I was openly exposing myself to derision. Sarcasm, the native tongue of 13-year-old boys, is in many ways the antithesis of sentimentality. And so what could I expect with so cynical an assembly but to receive a witty rejoinder or a cutting remark? And how thoroughly would it wound me to have this one moment, this one instance of genuine, untainted appreciation be so palpably quashed. So I will risk a moment of unquestioned sentimentality in the face of 13-year-old sarcasm and derision. I fucking love you all. It's so good to see you. Let's move it first.
You're here. Cheers.
Keep the questions coming. Come on.
Say something nice
about one of the other groups.
Alex/Rob, Elliot Broderick, or who the fuck is Koenigs/Weiss?
Who am I? Am I one of the groups?
I'll let you start something nice.
Oh, something nice. Ooh, that's rough.
Let's talk about Elliot and Broderick.
We've said a lot of mean things about Broderick. Do you want to say something nice about him?
Yeah.
So what I like about Elliot and Broderick is always their positivity.
Yeah. You know, I can't do it. I can't say something nice about. I can't even be in the same room that we say something nice about Broderick.
I like how they always are mostly interested, not just in enjoying things themselves, but making sure that other people are enjoying them.
I think the Elliot-Tom Broderick group pairing, they together are truly the heart and soul of movie.
I think that's true. I think you're right.
Without them, I don't know what it would be.
not in the basement. Not in the prison basement, I'll tell you that.
Not in a
No, definitely not.
And I think that's the kind of spirit of MovieFest, which I like to call brilliant.
I'm looking forward to the enthusiasm that you're gonna get out of Shebar and Rob.
Elliot keeps us alive. I feel like we'd all be dead without Elliot.
Elliot,
that's actually true.
He made the go backy wig.
The go backy wig.
Which I honestly really appreciate.
Because they're both gonna be like wacky, zany energy. That's a good
A lot
pairing.
of charisma in that pair.
Tom Broderick.
This one's tough.
He can flip.
Psych yourself up. Here we go.
He can flip.
He can do a flip?
He can flip snacks.
I thought you meant he could like do a flip.
No, he can flip them.
Oh, he can. He's
He can
really
fill
good.
buckets with water.
He can interrupt interviews.
He's great
at interrupting interviews.
He's an impositional man.
Yes.
Broderick came into this interview.
He probably just ruined the interview. I think, yeah.
So that is a
I don't know if
perfect
you've seen that.
characterization of Tom Broderick of when you're having a really genuine moment, sometimes he ruins it.
Not sometimes.
Most
Every
of the
time. 100%. It doesn't even matter if he's not there. Somehow he will ruin the moment.
He is the worst. So
Absolute
we have to
worst.
live with that.
Last year, Rob ran for 24 hours.
If Rob could run through one
movie we've watched at MovieFest.
Which movie would he run around?
Who's Rob?
Oh, well, we'll come back to that.
The answer is Run Lola Run.
The movie Run Lola Run.
Just thematically.
You could have just run through Psycho Gorman and like run from the Psycho Gorman.
Probably this movie, which I believe is called The Tammy and the Trex.
What?
What's the one where Izzy runs across town?
Oh, yeah, Izzy gets the fucker across town
I
with
think
Mac
I-
Davis. Okay, I think you could run through. You just like, she's on her bike and you just run it next
Just
to her.
run through
I
the
love it. I love it.
I think he was running through all of MovieFest 1 because he sure as hell wasn't at it.
These questions get better and better.
No, they don't.
How many they got those buckets for? Did you?
All right, guys, starting to rain. I think this is the beginning of the end. What happens? We all
was here and we fucked up. There's an awkward decision.
Yeah, I'm looking at some raindrops.
One white.
Oh my god, raindrops.
Hurricane Fest.
Are you gonna hang out when the storm hits?
on the stool.
Just right here.
I sit on the stool.
I feel like near a window is probably the worst place to hang out during a hurricane.
I sit on the stool near the window.
Are you gonna tell like sea shanty tales?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right now?
Yeah.
Or later?
Right now.
Probably later.
Okay, later. When the hurricane starts. We'll come back to you for
Okay,
sea
bye.
shanties. Are you gonna survive the hurricane, Weiss? That's a no.
Probably not.
Got me.
If we get stranded and we run out of snacks, which member of MovieFest would we eat first? I think the answer has to be one of the vegetarians.
Yeah.
Because it's not ethical for them to partake. And it's not. And I have to say, we're not eating Dutcher first. Yeah, I think that those show muscles look like they'll cook down nice.
Dutcher, can you have something you want to say? I feel like
Well, I just want to remind you, 0% chance that there will be any problems.
If MovieFest was a dessert, what dessert would it be?
Oh man, I was just about to say the goby. I thought he was asking us if MovieFest was a desert.
If MovieFest was a desert, what desert would it be?
Clearly says dessert.
That's a better question.
Oh well,
It's more
nope,
Saharan.
it's a
to me.
dessert.
I think it would be the Nairobi desert because that desert.
We already made these jokes.
I'm making them again.
God, Shebar.
I think it's baked Alaska.
It's a Rice Krispie treat, I would think.
Why baked Alaska in this
Gooey
mechanic?
center.
Gooey center, the gooey center of the MovieFest. Also, it might be on fire.
It's often on fire at the outside, but you got a gooey center.
It's like it tastes good, but you regret eating it, and you know it's bad for you and gross.
Never regretted it.
Oh, okay. I do.
I have
Fair.
no idea what a baked Alaska is.
I think you nailed it. I think MovieFest would be a creme brulee because it's crunchy on top. It's kind of like crunchy. Sweet in the bottom. But also, to make the most of it, it has to be on fire.
What MovieFest dessert would it be? Just dessert.
Right now. I'm not that tired this time.
That's nice.
So what happened is we were 7 minutes into the movie Spontaneous.
And so, that's what I would go with.
A creme brulee.
A creme brulee, or in English, a burnt cream.
Is that what it means in French?
Yes.
Burnt
creme brulee.
When I checked my phone and saw
burnt cream,
the MTA trains were not running until what, Monday morning?
Are we? Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The fucking god! Are you kidding me?
That was the biggest deciding factor.
Yeah. Both on camera? Yeah, you're both on camera.
Are you getting a migraine?
Here, put your face in here. Let them see who has disrupted us.
Why are you here?
God damn it! Are you fucking kidding me again?
You're gonna want this footage.
The MTA fuck.
And like Rob driving into a hurricane and killing half of our friend group. That was secondary.
Yeah.
Would y'all come on upstairs? Shibar and my inconvenience at getting home. That was.
Oh, are we making a big declaration about MovieFest?
We gotta make a tough decision, folks.
Oh.
I want it known for the record. Maybe if I had 18 hours a day of intensive leadership training,
oh yes,
I would have been better able to judge the situation.
Yeah.
But I'm not an expert.
You really botched that.
So we might have to determine whether or not MovieFest goes on or not.
Yep, folks. Get the live reaction to that news.
Whoa, what?
We have to decide if we're going through with this thing.
I just used instinct.
Yeah.
And my instinct told me that the safety of my friends was key.
And my follower training, my intensive 6-week follower course, taught me to just do what Broderick says.
36 years.
And then blame
36 years of intensive
Yeah.
follower training taught you well.
And you know what? It worked out for me.
Oh, Alex might cry.
I don't want to end MovieFest.
Let's come on upstairs and have a little chitty chat.
All right. Well, if it gets canceled, we'll be back to tell you.
Wait. This is really important. What desserts did you pick?
You'll find out later.
Aw, damn.
You're interrupting son of a bitch.
Do we turn it off?
Yeah, I guess we turn it off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Possibly forever.
Hey, Shibar.
Hey, Dutcher.
So, seems like there's a little hurricane landing down these yonder parts. Set to hit at 12 o'clock Sunday when we end Fest. They have already canceled the MTA for all of Sunday. It is currently, 8 p.m. Saturday at night, which means you and I wouldn't leave until, at best case, Monday. You can't drive in a hurricane as much as you may want to. So we have a diminishing window.
We're opening the floor. Do we need to cancel and resume digitally? Is it an insane move to finish Fest when the hurricane hits its highest and Rob, Weiss, and Koenig's drive back up in 70-mile-an-hour winds and torrential rain? And then you guys are trapped.
And then we're here till, at best case, Monday.
Yes.
Monday night, probably, at best case.
That is
Let's
the
open the
proposal
floor
we
to
put on the
discussion.
table.
Thoughts?
Confessional booth, gentlemen.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be viable for us to drive back in 4 to 8 inches of rain tomorrow. I don't think so either.
And as much as this pains me to say it, it's a little irresponsible.
Yeah.
So we got a quarter of a MovieFest in. And we might have to reschedule a virtual date for the last 18 hours.
Once everyone's home, we can just resume virtually as long as people have power.
It's power pretty quickly.
What do you think, Rob? You haven't said anything?
I don't know. I'm open to whatever.
It's
like the
you can't be driving back.
I agree that we
No
should not be
sleep
driving during
in a
the storm
hurricane,
tomorrow. At the very
especially
least.
now that we have
it's either end now or basically resign ourselves to being stranded here until Monday.
Which I don't think anyone wants, nor can we pass that of our hosts.
So I guess that makes it up. That decides it for us.
Unless, would anyone like to advocate in favor of fuck it?
Is there like a
part of me really wants to say fuck it, we're all here, but like I can't ignore any of the safety points you just went over.
Yeah.
My case is like we'd play Magic.
The case is we can't do it to Robert.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Then I guess we cancel it. I mean, unless we suspend it.
Gentlemen, it's just stoppage time.
It's all stuff.
It's several days worth of stoppage time, which we'll make up for.
All right. Then do we bolt now? Like, do we?
Yeah, I think.
If we decide to do that, yes. I think it's pretty clear if we go ahead with MovieFest, we just need to assume everyone's here until probably Monday evening.
Yeah.
Because that's when it seems like it'll die down.
Monday afternoon at least.
Yeah, assuming that we can easily get back and we have power and all of those things, which doesn't seem certain as I'm looking at the forecast for Trumbull.
And if I can say, for the home audience that's watching along with this, and wondering why this is even a discussion.
Actually,
we really like MovieFest.
Yes, we really do. Imagine trying to explain to someone, well, we're going to watch 24 hours of terrible movies, and it's a genuine heart-wrenching discussion whether we should pick it up.
We have advanced warning of a deadly hurricane heading our way. Plenty of time to evacuate. But do we stay so we can see the rest of Spontaneous?
There's always a chance that the hurricane is nothing, and it's a measly little storm. But then that does seem like a stupid risk to take.
Probably.
I mean, Rob, could you be away from home for 2 or 3 days?
No, I probably couldn't.
I mean, if you want to ask Crystal, you're welcome to. But I feel like I probably know her thought.
Yeah, it seems like we should probably call it.
Well, folks, it was great drinking with you in New York yesterday.
Do you think
Conan's good flight?
Yeah.
This surely can't be the first of many disaster fests, right? There's
Climate
no
change
chance
will
that
never-
climate change will continue.
Only
Allow me to
warned
speak
us.
directly to lawmakers in Washington. People have talked about the effects of climate change, not really seeing the impact on their day-to-day life. And let me say, from the participants of MovieFest 21, they're having an effect not just on lives, but on MovieFests. And if we can't come together and find some meaningful legislative solution that will make things better for MovieFest 87, I just don't know what we're all in this collective endeavor called society for.
We're here.
Hello.
Rob, Tom, not Tom B, just Tom. And Eric, not Weiss, nope, Eric. They all left.
Yep.
So this is the Merritt Parkway, on what should be a joyous 6th or 7th hour, 8th hour of MovieFest.
Left us
Just
here alone.
recently, we were stuck
Probably to die.
in this horrid
Yeah.
It's a pretty awful thing.
Trumbull, Connecticut house.
But instead, Rob Amatruda, Eric Weiss, Tom Koenigs, we are in a car, sadly defeated by the elements, heading back up north, away from the coming terror.
So, top 5 fest so far?
For 7 hours?
Like, how do you feel?
Gearing down.
We are gearing down.
Actually, here's a better question. Better or worse than last year?
Better, because we were together.
You were together?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just a little bit together.
Okay.
Better.
But last year, it really had no hiccups. It
Yeah.
went about as well as a thing could go.
That's true. We were
This
talking
went
about
about
that downstairs.
as badly as a thing could go.
I think we're asking the questions that everyone needs to ask at a time like that. And that's, could we have done anything differently? Could we have been more prepared? Could we have better thought this out? Could we not have shouted down the elements and dared them to do their worst, thinking MovieFest was truly something that could not be disrupted?
Well, I mean, it could have. Well, I guess that's true, because I was going to say it could have been canceled beforehand, but that probably would have been better, because then we could have just...
People had, they drove into New York,
Yeah,
shitty
kids flew
sleep. I mean, we got to see each other for a little bit.
It was nice.
But
We had a nice night together last night.
it was like a lot of hassle and money
Yeah,
involved.
it was a lot.
For a quarter of a movie fest? Was that even, come on.
Yeah.
24-0.
Great.
I think Broderick's taunts, while they might have angered the gods and brought down weather upon our heads, show something important about the MovieFest spirit.
We had 20 or we had 19 really good movie fests.
Yeah.
Now we've had 2. As soon as we hit year 20,
it's all
2
downhill.
next month. So I think we'll go through 20 years of struggle, and then it will be 20 years of good. It'll just be repeating.
This is what I like to think, because it's year 21.
Right.
MovieFest passed out from its first hangover a few hours in.
Couldn't handle.
Like, people kept saying, "Well, you're drinking a lot, MovieFest.
Couldn't handle a little
This could be a
liquid.
problem,
That's what I'm
right?"
saying. Just a little liquid,
Yep.
and it just like falls apart. Yeah.
But see, now we got 2 Movie Fest. I'm thinking we should just permanently split Movie Fest up.
Oh no, this was
We should have
horrible.
2 per year. 2 full
This
per
was
year.
such an awful year. Dark Chapter.
Dark Chapter.
And I wonder if he can use footage from, like, splice in there with, like,
I
a
hope he has
little-
the news coverage
Yeah,
placed in with a little hurricane tracker.
Hello! We interrupt this Shibar documentary to bring you live footage from the devastation of Hurricane Henri. Here out in Astoria, Queen. Oh, 1 second. Okay, a tropical storm Henri. Nonetheless, its devastation has swept across the... Okay, Apparently I can't use the word devastation. Its heavy gale force winds have caused... Well, alright. Some people are out driving. Just don't factor that in. It has wreaked havoc on... Wait, 1 second. I'm being told... Okay, there has been no power outage. Really seems anywhere, especially Broderick's house. Nonetheless, this not deadly, not particularly torrential downpour has made driving impossible in... Alright, maybe there's a little bit of driving, but I maintain we made the right decision. This is Action Dan from Phil Rules Weather Update. God damn it.
Oh, hello there, future MovieFest documentary viewers. I'm here giving you a sense of my day before MovieFest 2, The Reckoning. Thought the Phil Rules community would appreciate a tour of the thrilling Thomas Broderick classroom. Textbooks, homework bin, no period 8, not much homework done. Some mood lighting in the corner over there. Doesn't get much more dynamic than this Phil Rules. It's education in action. Unlike, apparently, all other members of Phil Rules, I work for a living, and I am currently redecorating my classroom with some student work. It's the best way I find to start a MovieFest morning. Do I have regrets about canceling MovieFest? No. Because hot take, I didn't cancel it. The Chief Justice is the one who ultimately made that decision. So honestly, I think we need to rewrite this history and rewrite it for the truth. He was the one who canceled this because he got all scared of a little weather and the cancellation of Metro North. Woozle wazzle, Dutcher. Well, Phil Rules, it looks like The rain has begun. A dark and stormy MovieFest The Reckoning. What's up, MovieFest? I stopped for coffee even though I had 5 minutes to catch the train. I think I'm gonna make it though. Early. Oh, I hear the train going. Yeah, baby.
Hey! Here we are in Grand Central.
Oh, wouldn't it be great if someone stole our luggage in the background of this video?
Yeah. MovieFest 2022, maybe.
The Reckoning. So it is 5 o'clock waiting for these jerks. Yeah, I'm good with that phrase. To arrive! And then we're gonna begin MovieFest Part 2. Last time it was canceled because of like 3 drops of rain. I think that was exactly the amount of rain that fell. And Tom Broderick said, woo. So then he threw us out of his house unceremoniously. I think he even pulled the cord. I think he just I think he ripped the TV off the wall and said, get out. Anyway, they're gonna arrive here any minute now, and then we're gonna go deep, deep into the heart of New Jersey to maybe get some dinner, and then begin MovieFest Part 2, the better fest, the New Jerseyest fest.
Hours later, I can't believe it's finally happening. So excited to see everybody. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's fucking MovieFest. Hey, wait.
Okay, Elliot, what are you setting up here?
Well, hello, Mr. Alex Schubar.
Hi.
We are setting up the Google portal or whatever. No,
I think you're absolutely wrong.
Dystopian company. Your Facebook Portal Plus. Get yours today at whatever store it sells it in. Through this, our participants. Yeah, this is all it does.
Well, it was very impressive when the first time.
Our participants will be joining us through this basically a tablet on a stick.
Yeah.
Is what I refer to.
Okay.
Inconveniently off to the side, so we'll have to keep craning our necks to address him.
You couldn't get one on wheels, a little Segway with so you could just ride around with us?
Well, it's funny because my workplace, which I didn't steal this from, didn't have ones on wheels.
Disappointing, honestly.
It is disappointing.
Portal by Facebook. I think it's Portal by Meta now, so I'm really...
This thing's pretty fucking old. Let me tell you.
Not shifting at all.
Nope.
Dominant.
Oh, is it because I was...
Over here.
I'm getting a glass of water.
Oh, now it...
Oh, there it goes. All right. Whoa! All right, so here we are. It's 5. I don't know what time is it.
5:40 something.
It's 5. Let's see. We can see. It's 5:54, and we are waiting for Robbie and Matruda. Elliot, do you think we'll get started at 8 p.m.?
Yeah, no problem.
Are we shooting
No,
for 9
8
p.m.?
Oh, we've immediately switched it to 9 p.m.
100% chance we'll start exactly on time. I want to bring all the gimmicks from 2 months ago back.
Well, it was raining earlier today. It's not now.
In movie
The tornado will hit.
Tornado, yeah.
Yeah, but high buildings are safe from tornadoes. Us dying in a massive tornado would be so good.
Well, Cummings is watching us. He just thinks his connection's bad. He's like, guys, I think I'm losing you.
If we
All right.
MovieFest
2, The Reckoning. Rob, how was your trip in? All right, well, now we're going to go get some dinner. Hello. The Reckoning. Hello. We're going to ramen place.
Ramen place?
Hey, never said ramen.
You said veggie burgers.
You said no veggie burgers.
No, Dutcher wants ramen.
I
Dutcher
said-
actually.
I think
Dutcher.
I said, I don't give a
No,
fuck.
Dutcher never actually makes a decision, but he clearly didn't want a bar situation because he was afraid we'd linger there for hours.
You know what, that's absolutely
So
fair.
Dutcher clearly wanted a ramen place thinking we couldn't I'm onto your fucking plan.
In Dutcher's defense, I thought ramen was something everyone would enjoy.
I do like ramen.
Rob loves throwing it up.
I do. Hey, it's movie Cheers to MovieFest 2, The Reckoning. I actually wanted to remember the thing I kept saying in the first one, and I can't remember it. But I kept saying something.
Gear it up.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Gear it up.
Gear up.
Gearing down. Gearing down.
What was it?
I can't remember.
Jesse, you ready for MovieFest? That's about the enthusiasm we're all at right now, so. Alright. Thanks, Jesse. MovieFest Part 2.
The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. We're about to begin. It's 9. Only an hour late.
A classic MovieFest continuation, which has been done before many times.
The 4 of us. Connecticut to New Jersey. No fest in New York. Actually, we've actually done MovieFest in a bunch of states at this point.
Yeah.
At least like 4. That's
Four.
That's pretty good. 4 is a bunch. It likes you, Rob. Oh no!
We were talking about it. Oh god, that's terrifying. It is super creepy. I hate this. It's definitely gonna kill us. It
feels like a slot.
Hit play.
All right, here we go. 908. First movie of second MovieFest. What are we calling this?
MovieFest 2, The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. All right, and there'll never be any weather issues again. Let's go.
Wait, who joined? That's oh, that's down.
That's not.
We got our first little friend join.
We have a friend join? Who's here? Zachary! Hey, buddy. Wow, that's like right off the bat. Yeah! Look at that. Well, here we are. We've begun. Are you watching the movie?
Oh, did the movie start?
Yeah, we got to the movie. You should join in.
Okay, hang on. Let me go. Super inconveniently, you have to watch it in a different browser.
Come on into the confession booth, Rob. We got to do our questions.
Tom, welcome back.
So we definitely we were in the middle. So, are you blind?
I can't see without my glasses.
Why did you take off your glasses?
In order to read now, I need to take my glasses off.
Then why are you wearing glasses?
Because it helps me see far.
But you can't see. Isn't that bifocals?
I'm at
Isn't that like Ben
where
Franklin?
I need to take the glasses off to see up close. My eyes are opposite of everyone else's, whereas I need glasses for far, but I take them off to see close. That's legitimate. That's what the doctor said. The proof that he said you.
Doctor's like, Miss Amatrina, you're really fucked up. I ain't never seen eyes.
You don't see good far. I was like, yeah, read this.
This is my Rob impression.
Question. There was one question about penguins, right?
No.
I remember saying a lot
We
about
talked about penguins. This interview is already doing great.
What time is it?
And how are you feeling right now?
It is 11:30 and I'm feeling fine.
Well, the time is 1:09.
It's currently 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
But the sun is up, and we're cutting down at the end of it. Usually about this time we would end.
Oh, we got a little over an hour to go.
But what happened last night, Rob?
We started a little bit late.
Why did we start a little late?
We got some dinner beforehand.
Yeah, that's the reason. No other reason.
Yeah. Feeling fantastic because it's fucking coming to an end.
Too fucking fantastic.
This was brutal.
No driving issues, no problems.
No driving issues. I took the highway
You left right at noon
from Connecticut to New
as
York.
expected.
It was perfect. Not a whole lot of traffic. Got here in a couple hours, and it was just really.
You arrived like sane,
smooth sailing,
completely sane.
Didn't pee in a cup.
No.
Didn't lose my mind.
The period of approximately maybe 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. is the worst 6.5 hours in MovieFest history.
This was the hardest MovieFest
darkest
ever, and we didn't even do all of it.
Hours.
I spilled the popcorn.
Oh, look, it's a Pilsner.
Sure is. Wow, this is a really meta what you're doing right now.
Well, say something insightful for the video then.
You know, the 3 ages of a man's life are a lot like MovieFest. He's born on 4 legs, he walks on 2, and later he walks on 3. These are the ages of MovieFest.
Where are we at right now? Come back later. You'll answer later.
I'm sleeping.
Rob, why are you so tired? It's only 12:22. We got like 12 hours left, plus more.
I've been sleeping at like 8:30 lately, 8:45.
So what's gonna happen at like 4 a.m., Rob?
I'm sure I'll get my second win.
Hey, you know what's adorable? Sleeping Rob.
I know.
He's so cute.
I'm up still. Just resting my eyes.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
imagine when Rob has 9 babies, how he's gonna do a movie fest? He'll be so sleepy. Rob finally gets sleep by coming to movie fest.
I need it. I think for some reason.
So
Which is
cute.
the best of both worlds.
Look at these little sleepy boys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sleepy boy. You tired? You had a long day? It's not like we only do this once a year.
Nope. Or twice
Like
a
it's
year.
technically twice a year. Alright, we can go to sleep. Have a real nice time. Okay. Night.
Where are we now and what's happening during this movie fest? Now we have transported from Trumbull, Connecticut, and we're in Weehawken, part of Hoboken, New York.
Weehawken is its
And
own city.
We are in
We are in
Alex's
Weehawken.
new flat
Yes.
apartment, and we're doing movie fest here.
We're in fucking Yellow Submarine, bitches.
Well, see, where I believe he wants us to say, oh, we're in Alex Shebar's apartment in Weehawken, New Jersey.
All my dear friends are gathered on the East Coast, Weehawken, New Jersey.
I moved to New Jersey kicking and screaming. I did not want to. I was never going to leave Brooklyn. And then we crossed the river and walked into this place and was like, oh, never mind. This is stunning, absolutely spectacular. Not just the apartment, but that view.
And we can say that you are in New Jersey now, right?
Sure.
That's allowed. There's not something that says we can't state that you're in New Jersey.
I think we're in-
need to be New York.
Like, he wants us to explain the transition of how we got here.
Whoa,
For like
we're in
6
the trendy Airbnb that Manhattan-based influencer
Oh,
Alex
yes.
Shebar.
Of course. Oh,
He rented just for this purpose.
Yeah.
He doesn't live in
Hashtag
Weehawken.
New York life.
Like we don't have to do another cut where we say, in fact, we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he would never be cut
Yeah,
down.
I mean,
Jersey,
Brooklyn,
I mean, come on.
Brooklyn, Manhattan,
That would
known
affect
influencer.
his
Yeah.
advertisements.
Hi, we're in Brooklyn.
Hi, this is Brooklyn.
We
New
love
York.
Brooklyn.
We went from Trumbull
We're so
to
hipster.
Brooklyn, New York.
What neighborhood are we
It
in?
is
In Brooklyn.
Shiny Heights.
Yep, you nailed it.
Shiny Heights.
Really cool neighborhood. Lots
Trendy.
of factories turned clubs, turned secret movie theaters, turned immersive restaurants, turned 90s throwback stores. So
Yeah. Actually, their big thing is green room. So not that there's any actual studios or anything
you literally
like that.
just sit in the green room
They have
waiting.
green room.
Yeah.
It's like a bar, but the bar is the green
Okay.
room. They set you up with what you need.
Nice.
And it's like you're getting ready to go on stage.
But you
but
never- you
actually,
never
you
go
don't
on
go on
stage. You
stage.
never
It's
go on
actually-
stage. You
That's
just-
the theme. And Shiny Heights is all about it.
And I am in my office participating remotely, where I can hear about 10% of what they say as we stream the movie simultaneously.
They're known for its dryness and
Hey, guys.
sandiness.
Sorry to interrupt.
God damn it.
It's getting a little rainy outside.
Get out of here! Fuck out.
Where are we?
I can't deal with it.
Where are Alex? Where are we?
Oh no.
I thought we were in Trumbull.
We were in a basement in Trumbull.
And now we're in Hoboken.
So- You're nailing this? Alright.
It's still some great fest energy, and I just love being a part of it.
Alright, Broderick, this is your teen girl romantic film.
Yep.
Are you excited about this one?
I am.
How did you pick this film?
You know what? I like the premise of it. I watched most of it and then fell asleep one night.
Okay.
And I thought, movie fest, baby. We always have enough of the, like, fucking desolate Weiss, like, I'm watching a man's skin get ripped off and turned into a child. And as opposed to just, like, people falling in love. It's like, oh, we could either watch space llamas melt human beings, or we could just have, like, people in love.
They're alpacas, Broderick.
Space llamas.
Alpacas.
I think I know a llama when I see one.
They are alpacas. Alpacas.
What are your favorite types of movies, Rom?
I like the ones with gory skin ripping.
Those are Broderick's favorites too.
Yeah, I like
But only
that.
if they're turned into babies.
I don't think
My
so.
favorite part of that movie fest was Dutcher gets the frozen peas and puts it on his head.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where Dutcher is. I would have shot that. Oh, he's over here.
Where could he be?
Now they both have separate microphones. No.
What?
I haven't been documenting this one.
What?
I know.
I'm gonna be asleep through all of it.
Whoa, whoa.
I know.
No, Dad.
No, I just put. That's a fair point.
Gotta come back next week.
He's so cute. That's what my dog does. My dog does that when she's sleeping.
Thanks for comparing me to your dog.
No worries, buddy. I love you both equally.
I feel like you should love your dog more than me.
I think you're both great.
Okay, let's go rest my eyes.
All right, good night, buddy.
I thought MovieFest was never supposed to be canceled. Was
Broderick and Broderick alone? Right to cancel the last MovieFest?
Literally no one else.
Now, Mr. Broderick, do you feel that Broderick and Broderick alone was right to cancel the last MovieFest?
I want to say this for the record. Do I have any regrets? Do I? Fucking none.
I think he's a fearful man. I think
Does Joanne constantly talk about how Trumbull Movie Fest was canceled and that we'll never get it back?
Yep.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Is that an issue? No, not at all.
when you're making decisions based on fear, you tend to not rationally think through them. So I think I can't knock someone for being afraid.
I mean, if I was going to pick one word for Tom Broderick, it would absolutely be cowardice. So I'm right there with you.
I would like to say on behalf of the not Tom Broderick of this pairing that I have a lot of regrets. Like, we easily could have done it. But, we followed a strong leader. He led us to the promised land, and here we have the second half of MovieFest 21.2 The Reckoning. It was awful. We were punished. But you know what? At least Koenig's won out in the end.
At least Koenig's, though, missed seeing his sister for the first time in months. Flew out for like 12
6 hours of film so that he could then watch 14 hours or whatever fucking amount over Zoom.
His empty office.
Yeah, you wake up and you go, today I'm gonna live. And I think, Rob, you live.
I hope so.
I live. Tom Broderick just
dies.
He just dies.
Well, I honestly forgot what we were talking about. Why are we not completely? I was thinking about soap operas. Is that what we were talking about? Are we threatening Tom? Because I came right back in and I was like, I think we're threatening him now.
So happy we're doing these chairs.
Want who I brought?
Yeah.
Number 1, just egg.
This is excellent content. Keep it going.
Number 2, can of tuna.
1 unopened can of tuna. Perfect.
And then Monster Energy drink.
Are you feeling like a monster?
Yeah, and that's really it.
That's it? You are prepared? At least you got just egg.
Yes, I only have 2. I ate 2 in the car frozen.
Yeah, but you reference it a lot.
I have some people like vegan. Mom's right.
He didn't take that. Like, I wanted
I wanted to fight too. Keep trying, Elliot. We're looking for a fight tonight. This is the moment for your catchphrase, Rob. What's your catchphrase? Waggle wuggle. Keep working on it.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Keep working on it. All right, so we've got the box here. I think we sort of showed it the last time. It's still a mystery box.
Cut to old footage.
Yeah. Cut to old footage. All right, that's good. But Elliot says he's going to tell us what's inside the box.
Whoa. Holding the camera up like 8 feet.
Oh, you want to do it like that here?
Okay. It's weird. For the first time ever, I'm going to tell you what's in the box. It is the instructions on how to open the box.
That's it? That's the only thing in there?
That's what you get.
It's beautiful. All right.
Good luck.
If we pretend for a moment that MovieFest isn't perfect,
it of course is.
What would be one thing you would change about MovieFest?
I would just make it 1 time instead of 2 times.
I think the only thing I might change about MovieFest is our perfect attendance. Because if somebody missed a MovieFest occasionally, we might just appreciate what they bring to the fest all the more. So it's been kind of a bummer that there's constant perfect attendance at MovieFest.
Would you change?
you know what? We were actually talking about this on the ride down. We now kind of want MovieFest to happen twice a year anyway.
Oh,
so maybe I would change it to be permanent. So your MovieFest would fight my MovieFest. That's my romantic comedy. My MovieFest falls in love with your MovieFest.
Maybe they would initially hate each other but fall in love.
I think they would fall in love.
One of them would explode.
But only if they looked at each other really intently. Do you think if we looked at each other really intently, we would explode?
I hope not. I think the fear of me exploding right now is making me very worried.
Rob, do you remember when you asked for a filter that made you handsome and I just put a sticker over your face?
I don't.
Okay.
I feel like I need some, like, what are they? Like filters on my face.
What filter do you want?
The one where, that makes me look handsome. Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Recently?
No, that was like 5 years ago.
I do not remember.
I think the thing about MovieFest is a lot of people would like to make mosquitoes extinct. But if you did make that change, right, you might destroy the entire Earth. And I think that's how I feel about changing any detail of MovieFest, whether it's the sparse attendance, the inability to even perceive the movies that are being watched, the weak conversational interplay, or any of the other dynamics that make MovieFest MovieFest. They simply are immutable. I have a tirade. It hasn't happened yet.
We
but
heard you had a tirade.
It's gonna happen, and that's my answer. So you know what? Even better. Cut to tirade. Allow me to expand my wrath and disappointment upon the selection of Suicide Squad. There you go. I gave him so he can like cut to.
You know, it'd be cool to do that.
Long ago.
What's your tirade?
Well, you're gonna get the tirade. In the way times of year 2. You want the casual
half?
It's whenever they propose Suicide Squad is when I'm gonna give my tirade. We came up with what we refer to as the rule of 3. If 3 people have seen a movie, it is out. This helped push us away from mainstream movies we've already seen, into niche picks.
Oh, yeah. What's the tirade about? Do I get a preview?
Yeah, you can get a preview. Background ones. It molded MovieFest into the future. The tirade is roughly we came up with a rule of 3 to keep those popular movies out. I stopped watching movies. Rob had kids. Broderick Koenigs, don't watch movies, and we're at 6 people, yet we still have the rule of 3? But now we have 6 people. That rule doesn't make sense anymore. That's absurd. The ratio needs to be changed in order to maintain the sense of MovieFest's history of blackballing these popular blockbuster films that we would have seen. We should have seen.
No, there's no rule that a popular movie can't be part of MovieFest.
I understand, but the rule of 3, to a degree, implicitly has that connotation. We put it in place to make sure that we watched more obscure movies or movies that people hadn't already seen. So I feel, going forward, if there are 6 or fewer people, it's rule of 2.
Suicide Squad would still make the cut though.
No, because Rob has seen an hour of it.
Yo, is this a dog?
What?
Is this thing a dog?
A dog?
Yes.
What kind of dog do you think it is, mate?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the breeds.
He only saw an hour of it.
The rule is if you've seen 15 minutes of a film, it counts as you haven't seen it.
May I just comment, my dear colleague here? We have this radical over here trying to take
what are you talking about?
The sacred rule of 3.
It's a sacred
tradition.
It's a sacred number.
I'm pretty sure it's in the Constitution.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. This man here wants us to lower the rule of 3.
Yes.
MovieFest has always been about compromise and rules. Obviously, that's its main purpose.
Obviously.
To go down from there, it's a slippery slope.
If I may, as high exalted pontificate who has basically abolished all rules for my iron will, I impose the rule of 2 going forward. We have 6 people, 2 of them have seen it.
Are you
kind of bullshit? I feel like
proportional?
At the very least, 6 people, 2 should be a veto.
The revolts have occurred over less, is what I'm saying. So if you wanna put down your will,
you can fight my power.
I'm not against your rule, Dutcher. I just think there have to be adjustments made at the same time.
I accept no compromise.
Well, why didn't you suggest that earlier?
Because of tirade.
So you waited just to complain about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
It's like 6 a.m. or something.
It sure is.
Wow. How's your MovieFest been?
It's great. We're watching Knights of Badassery, which is a real pleasant film about LARPing.
Hey, man.
Found it. Oh, hey, dude. You bend my mace.
Let's get another opinion. Broderick, how's your MovieFest been?
This is without a doubt the worst series of movies we've ever collected.
No, I feel like you say this every year.
No. In the moment, it feels like it, but this is actually the case.
Let's get a third opinion. Alien, how's your MovieFest been?
I don't know, one of the better ones.
Great. Alright, that's 2 for
TK.
TK, how's your MovieFest been?
Been great, buddy.
So good.
Having a great movie fest.
Yeah.
Missing all my friends back on the East Coast. Love you guys.
That's
But
us.
It's been nice to be with you in this virtual space.
Look, it's like, yeah, like it's like sun's coming up, man. It's gonna glow. You ready for it to glow? It's gonna be pretty. Wow.
In the first half, you said something nice about one of the other groups.
Now we hurt them. Make up a lie. Say something mean.
So the pairing that I was saying something nice about before, I think, was Thomas Broderick, Elliot Dutcher, the soul of MovieFest, two of my best friends in the world, two people I care really deeply about, and I would never say anything negative about them.
I am not ever one to throw shade towards a group member.
Yeah, no, of course.
If you wanted to say something negative about Broderick, you might say it about, you know, his tendency to sometimes attack other people, to be quite casually cruel. But you really wouldn't want to say anything about that because you worry about, like, what kind of projection is that? What is that hiding? Why is he always attacking everybody else's career choice for its frivolity? I mean, does this represent some kind of ongoing questioning of what he's doing?
So, do you remember what we said nice about, I think it was Tom?
You know, I could hear Rob and Shebar discussing this because they scream when they talk.
Oh god, it's incredible.
And what I would say is they just kept mentioning my name.
I remember, I think we said nice things that were actually veiled as mean things.
Because all they have to do is talk about what I bring to the table.
That's true.
They're dominated by me and my personality.
We complimented Broderick on his, like, inability to not wear a hat or something stupid like that. I don't know. It was months ago that we did this.
Without me, they basically don't exist.
I would honestly say for Tom Broderick too, he puts a lot of time, like I would almost say too much time, thinking about his friendships and supporting his friends.
I'm like, it's not the yin and yang. I'm basically the magnet that draws them in.
You're a little too far there. Mac Davis, that's not the speech you needed.
And honestly, he doesn't put enough time for himself and doing the things that he should be doing, like working out not just his biceps, but his pecs, and maybe his core, honestly. Sometimes you gotta work out other things, not just your biceps.
That's
but
true.
yeah, he's just putting too much time thinking about doing nice things for his friends. So.
Alex Shebar, I respect the job you do deeply and genuinely. Rob, the pseudoscience you peddle that doesn't really help children, I respect it on a deep level as well.
Okay.
I have nothing mean to say about either.
I think what's really important is that we're supportive of Tom, as I like to think about him in moments like this.
Koenig's little bitch.
Yeah.
I think we think of Broderick as the cruel one, but I think of Tom as the sweet, innocent, somewhat insecure boy inside who we just all need to, like, nurture and love. And the more we do that, the less cruel Broderick will be.
So,
And Elliot just sucks. God, fuck.
he just sucks. He just sucks.
We do always end at 12. What happened, Dutcher? You gonna make it, Rob? You gonna fall asleep?
Probably.
You already fell asleep.
I fell asleep once.
Wow, Rob. What a guy. Rob, you look like you're glowing. Pretty nice. What are we putting on?
It's time for Yellow Submarine!
Zachary.
You are welcome to MovieFest Northwest.
Thanks, buddy. What's been your favorite movie so far?
Yellow Submarine.
That's what's on right now.
I don't think any of them was pretty good.
Not a single one of them.
I'm sure the ones I didn't watch broke the mold and were amazing.
Get some guns! Get the police! We need a gun out here! Come on, somebody get a gun!
You guys just feel like he's kidding around.
It's fair. Alright, well, we're real happy to have you here.
Hell yeah. Got some coffee, some pastries, ready to go.
Alright, well, you got an hour left. Let's do it. How many participants will MovieFest 25 have? MovieFest 30?
35.
Uh-huh.
MovieFest 50.
Uh-huh.
I think this core group is going to be there for all of them.
MovieFest 25, so that's 3 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I predict 7.
Oh, okay. Bold.
MovieFest 35, I predict 7.
Okay.
Notwithstanding, I mean, what kind of rift could possibly
understandable.
this
That's
group
like
in
impervious.
another 13 years?
There are no
So
issues
we'll be
that need to be resolved.
I love that both Koenigs and Zach hopped in digitally. I think this might be a trend continuing forward. I think for a while there we were thinking that if you couldn't come physically, you couldn't come at all. Not the case. You know, COVID, not the most fun time, but it did open our possibilities to hybrid events.
Yes.
A little virtual, a little in person. And so yeah, I think this group, you know, I would be surprised if MovieFest 25, 35, and 50 didn't at least have a combination of this group, if not this whole group right here.
Just as a side note, MovieFest 35 will be 48 years old. We will be almost 50.
Weiss will still be in his leadership style.
He'll be like a super leader by then. Can you imagine?
Mine's just a little lower, 6'6", and then probably 4, just because like Rob croaked it, and that's sad. It's too bad.
No, what happens is Rob still tries to drive home at 62 on no sleep.
Yeah.
And he kills one other
Who he's
member.
somebody
Yeah,
saying
he's
with
driving
him.
with,
It's probably you. Wow.
No, I'll never let Rob drive me after MovieFest.
Maybe Zach will move back to the area, or
That'd
at
be
least
good.
sometime. Maybe
Like
get a
that
place
here?
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, here in Shiny Heights.
Yeah, Glitter Heights.
Glitter Heights.
And
I'll watch Rob from the train as his car goes careening off the highway.
You know what? It's going to be real tragic when it actually happens.
Yeah.
And you look back at
at
the
this,
footage.
it's in the footage.
You're like, oh, I could have done something.
I'm sure Crystal will forgive me for this clip.
Yeah.
After that happens. And at MovieFest 50,
well, one of us,
that means
at least one of us is dead.
I think
In the nursing
statistically, like some of us will have died.
Oh. I'm sorry, Rob.
We'll be 63 at MovieFest 50.
Statistically,
Holy
I think,
shit.
one of us will be dead.
Holy shit.
And we talked a lot, even this movie fest, about memorializing them and what we'll do. And honestly, maybe if we don't fully cremate the members, we could cremate part of them, so you could get buried partially, and then some of you could be cremated, so that part could then be a part.
Could we
of
build
MovieFest.
a wacky wig dice with your ashes?
I think that if you could create like almost like a diamond where you take the ash and you turn it into something, I think that would be cool. To have a dice, and that could be your pick. That could be your pick. So then instead of just the Go Backy wig or the Wacky wig, there would be the Robbie wig or the Alexi wig, and that would be then your pick in the future. And then you'd be like, oh yeah, the Robacky
Still
wig,
here.
it nailed blah blah blah.
Great.
And then you watch the movie and you think of your dead friend Rob.
You all know what movies I like, so if I die, I expect you, Elliot, to research those movies and then roll the Alexi wig to pick them.
It'll be like a Samurai Cop 5.
I would love that. And we're good.
Pew is the ghost down.
Pew is the ghost down.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and etceteras, it is time to vote on the winner of this year's The Box. Who would we like to propose? Any nominees that we would like to propose for The Box?
I mean, I'd like to nominate. Well,
wow, strong.
I hope it's Scout nominating himself for attending finally.
Please, I would never do that. Instead, I'd like to nominate Eric Weiss. Constantly in our hearts, his appearance here at this movie fest warmed us. I know he would never miss one because what kind of monster would do that? Certainly not without a good excuse. And consequently, I feel like he should be rewarded for his conduct with The Box.
This is a year in which there's a clear winner, and it's more or less indisputable. And it's Thomas Broderick.
Yeah.
This is the movie fest which has ran for the longest calendar time ever. In a sense, it is the most movie fest we've ever had, and there's only one person we have to thank for that. And that's our leader, Thomas Broderick, and the decision-making he bravely made in the face of much dissent. Never have we had so much time to think about the movies. And
with so much to show for it.
One person we have to thank for the fact that I flew cross country and then went to 7 hours of movies. So Thomas Broderick, I think, is the only plausible candidate to Fox this year.
I, Robbie Matrudo, would like to nominate Alex Shebar for not only putting us up in his beautiful New Brooklyn, New York apartment in Glittertown, but also having previously allowed us to stay over at his other apartment.
Don't forget also that Alex Shebar has successfully managed to never travel for
Never forget this.
And immediately gets to relax and go home while other mortals have hours of travel.
Right. I would like to nominate who I think is obviously the winner. The person who basically dictated this entire fest, organized, scheduled, put things together, and that is Metro North.
Okay, nothing for you, Backy Wig. That makes sense.
Elliot thought he had this in the bag at the end of the last movie fest.
Start doing straw polls for next year's box winner, like in April.
Interesting. Well, with an overwhelming 4/6 of the votes, which some people would call 2/3, I refer to as 4/6. Of course, Mr. Thomas Broderick. For ruining MovieFest.
I should cancel MovieFest more often. Having opened this box 2
you're
hours ago and found that the contents are a series of instructions on how to open the box, I want to say that this is perhaps the greatest box victory.
You do need to show the participants at home if you can even remember.
Do I remember how to open the box? Okay. So first we gotta. No, I think it's a joint effort.
It was a joint effort.
Wait, let's see. We got a key. Do you think I'm gonna get it now? I don't know if I remember how to do it.
This is great TV.
Yeah, there you go.
See now,
there you go.
the bottom sliding off, and then little keyhole coming open. It only took me 4 hours to figure out. Oh, and inside the how to unlock instructions. It's the greatest victory known to man.
Well, Broderick, are you ready to cancel MovieFest again?
60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized
brain. I'm so happy this happened right at the end.
I cannot believe this is. Scout's definitely making up the hail shit, I'm pretty sure.
I'm reading this right off Google Maps, no shit.
Oh, Rob, you survived first MovieFest driving home. We'll see if you survive second MovieFest. Now with this brain. There's still enough time for Broderick to cancel.
Don't worry, New York's famously resilient highways.
You can't even see anything at this point.
Wow, that is impressive.
It just exploded. Alright, now here's my favorite question of the entire survey. Anything else you want to add?
My basement is holding up perfectly for this.
I hope. I'm sure, this part of my face isn't cut off because I didn't check.
I don't think we have a single good joke in our entire.
He'll cut it off. He'll make it look good.
We have nothing.
He's really good. A lot of it is making fun of him. That's fine.
He's good at it, but he's got his work cut out for him after that one.
Good job. Any last parting thoughts? Yeah, I'm happy that it's fucking over.
This has been the longest MovieFest of my life.
Yes, this was an awful year. This was brutal.
And after we've all passed, it would go on. Hopefully, some of us have male children. At least Tom Koenig has a male child.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe they'll be able to take on the mantle someday of carrying the burden that is MovieFest.
Next year, Airbnb. A nice, neutral location on the coast where there are no environmental problems whatsoever.
You can't run into any issues.
Seth, it is I, Uncle Alex, Uncle Rob.
You're not actually that.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Uncle. It's figurative uncles.
Figurative.
I'm not even sure we can give him that title. Seth, it is no relation at all, Alex and Rob.
Maybe the year after that in the LA hills.
Yeah.
Maybe a dry patch of the hills.
I agree.
And it's a little easier for TK.
Please continue the MovieFest in our honor. Do it for your honor, for your father's honor, and mostly for our honor. We need this to live on forever.
Maybe some oil platform somewhere.
Yeah.
Next
as
year.
long as the safety hasn't been inspected in a while.
We've got it.
No pressure, but if you don't, you've disrespected all of us.
You've let us down.
You've really let us down.
And we'll hopefully have made you a pouch that holds all of our ash dice. Because there's going to be a lot of ash dice.
It's going to be a lot of ash dice.
And you're just going to have to remember the exact rules and the charter. And Elliot will give that to you in probably a book, a leather-bound book. And just remember the dice. You'll be rolling a lot of dice each movie. Most of it will be rolling dice in the future.
Yeah.
But
At this point, the Elliot hologram should be able to guide you. It has most of his personality, not all of it. And if the murderous intent comes out, just, reset.
Yeah, he's tortured and grumpy, but he'll be there.
He will be there.
Well, you know what? After 21 years, MovieFest has no more surprises for us. We've got it down to a science.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Thank you. You've given me all your time.
You've given me your time.
You give all the time. See in part two.
Is that what people say now? Is that a cool thing? You're a clown.
You're the
you.
clown.
You're my clown.
Well, I love that. Gucci.
Is that? I don't think that's what people.
Gucci.
I don't think that's what people do.
All right, let's go finish up this MovieFest.
Let's do it.
Bye. Yeah, kids say Gucci.
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 30 seconds.
I'm getting ready to see his family let him lose it.
Ready like tomorrow. Yeah. 20 seconds.
All I need is love.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Any last parting thoughts? I don't know if parting thoughts so much, but I just think there's a great work of poetry. At least that's how I like to think of it. That really speaks to this MovieFest. So I'd just like to recite it for everyone here. Safe at harbor, everything is easy. Off to starboard, daylight comes up fast. Now I'm restless for the open water. Red flags are flying from the Coast Guard mast. They told me to stay, I heard all the information. I motored away and steered straight ahead, though the weatherman said, there's a storm front coming, mood indigo. White water running and the pressure is low. Storm front coming, mood indigo. Small craft warning on the radio.
I thought MovieFest was never
gonna give. How are you feeling?
We're gonna give
Run around.
Never
Make lie.
Dessert.
Lie.
cry.
Never
Gonna give you. Never gonna
Let you
down. Never gonna run around.
and
Dessert. You.
never
gonna
make
you cry. Never gonna
Say goodbye.
Never gonna
Lie.
and hurt you.